So, hello students, now we are back with class 8 science chapter crop production and management. So, the content of this chapter are crop and agriculture, types of crops, agriculture practices, preparation of soil, sowing, adding manure and fertilizer, irrigation, protecting from weeds, harvesting, and storage. So, now we're going to start with our video. So, crop. When plants of same kind are grown and cultivated at one place on a large scale, it is called a crop. Example: tea, maize, rice, wheat, etc. Next one is agriculture. Agriculture is the process of producing food, feed, fiber, and many other desired products by the cultivation of certain plants and the raising of domesticated animals. So, next is types of crops. Depending on the season, there are two major types of crops. First, Kharif crops. The crops which are grown in the monsoon season in the month of June and September are known as Kharif crops. For example, maize, millet, and cotton. Next is Rabi crops. The crops that are grown in winter season and harvested in the spring from the month of October to March are called Rabi crops. For example, wheat, pea, gram, mustard, etc. Next is Zaid crops. It may be in your NCRT or maybe not. So I'm going to explain it. Such crops are grown between the Kharif and Rabi seasons, that is between March and June. Cucumber, pumpkin, bitter gourd, and watermelon are example of Zaid crops. So next is agricultural practices. Cultivation of crop involves several activities. These activities are referred as agriculture practices. Preparation of soil, sowing, adding manure and fertilizer, irrigation, protecting from weeds, harvesting, and storage. Now we're going to briefly discuss about these agricultural practices. So first is preparation of soil. Preparation of soil is the first step before growing of crop. It involves plowing, leveling, and applying fertilizer. It helps to turn the soil and loosen it to allow the root to penetrate deep into it. The loosening of the soil helps in the growth of several soil microbes, earthworms, etc., which enrich the soil with humus and other essential nutrients. Next is the process of loosening and turning the soil is called tilling or plowing. This is done by using a plow. Agricultural implements for tilling are plow. In old days use wooden plow, but in now people use a iron plow. So you can see the different types of plow in the photo given below. So this is the plow and hoe, a tractor which is now used to loosening the soil and maintaining or leveling the soil nowadays. So next is sowing. Sowing is the process of placing seeds in the soil. Sowing may be done manually or with the help of an implement called seed drill. Selection of seeds. Before sowing, good quality seeds are selected. Good quality seeds are clear and healthy seeds of a good variety. Farmers prefer to use seeds which give a high yield. Next is tools used for sowing seeds. So traditional tools which are used are the tool which used traditionally for sowing seeds is shaped like funnel. The seeds are filled in the funnel, passed down through two or three pipes having sharp ends. These ends pierce into the soil and place seeds there. So tools used for sowing seeds nowadays are seed drill. Nowadays the seed drill is used for sowing the seed with the help of tractors. This tool sows the seed uniformly at the proper distances and depth. It is also ensure that seeds get covered with soil. Adding manure and fertilizer, the substance which are added to the soil in the form of nutrients for the healthy growth of people are called manure and fertilizers. Soil supplies mineral nutrients to the crop. These nutrients are essential for the growth of plants. The continuous growing of crop make the soil poorer in certain nutrients. Therefore, farmers have to add manure to the field to replenish the soil with nutrients. This process is called manuring. Improper or insufficient manuring results in weak plants. So next is fertilizer and manure difference. Fertilizer is a man-made inorganic salt. Fertilizer is prepared in factory, whereas manure can be prepared in the field. Manure is a natural substance obtained by the decomposition of a cattle dung and plant residue. Fertilizer does not provide any humus to the soil, while manure provide a lot of humus to the soil. Fertilizer are very rich in plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, while manure is relatively less rich in plant nutrients. So next is vermicomposting. It is process of using earthworms to prepare manure from plant waste, dry leaves, vegetable peels, etc. Crop rotation is the practice of growing a series of dissimilar or different type of crops in the same area in a sequence season. Next one is irrigation. The supply of water to the crops at different interval is called irrigation. Sources of irrigation are wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dams, and canals. Types of irrigation. Traditional methods are moth, chain pump, dhekli, rahat, and the modern systems are sprinkler system, drip system, protecting from weeds. Weed. Undesirable plants that grow naturally along with the crop are called weed. Weeding. The process of removing weed is called weeding. Weedicides. Weeds can be controlled by using certain chemicals called weedicides. For example, 2,4-D, ethyl ester glyphosate, etc. The manual removal includes physical removal of weeds by uprooting or cutting them close to the ground from time to time. This is done with the help of sickle, is known as in Hindi khurpi or the seed drill. Protecting from weeds, spraying weedicides you can see in these two photos. Next is harvesting. It is one of the crucial steps. So harvesting, cutting of crop after it matures is called harvesting. It can be done manually with the help of a sickle or by a machine called harvester or combine. In the harvested crop, the grain are separated from the chaff by the process of winnowing and threshing. Next is threshing. Threshing is the process of separating grains or seeds from the cut crop or chaff. Winnowing. Winnowing is the process of separating chaff from grain using air. Storage. Farmers have to store grains in jute bags or metallic bin. However, large-scale storage of grain is done in silos and granaries to protect them from pests like rats and insects. Next is animal husbandry. Animal reared at home or in farm have to be provided with proper food, shelter and care. When it is done on a large scale, it is called animal husbandry. So, thank you. Please like, share and subscribe our channel if you like our video.